Well, you see it right there on the scoreboard of the Silver Bowl, BCHS and WHS. Those are the two teams that have made it to here, the Silver Bowl in Las Vegas. It's the NIAA State Championship game for Class AA. The Boulder City Eagles and the George Whittell High School Warriors. Whittell coming out of Zephyr Cove, Nevada under head coach Richard Brandt. They've come a long way this season. As have the Boulder City Eagles, who are undefeated and the top-ranked team in Class AA in the state under head coach Jim Kilmartin in his second year. Getting ready for the kickoff. Whittell has won the toss. They've elected to receive. They'll defend the goal to my right. That's the south goal. Boulder City will kick off, and we'll go from our left to the right. This is it, folks. There's no tomorrow. Neither team will be playing next week. This is it, a win or a loss. And we will crown a Class AA state champion. A great contingency of Boulder City fans on here. You're seeing the heads of quite a few of them. We have the band here, the whole works. It's going to be a great afternoon of football here at the Sam Boyd Silver Bowl. Now, if you're not familiar with the Silver Bowl, this is where UNLV plays football. So you see a lot of UNLV and Rebels all over the place. Today it's Boulder City and Whittell. And we're getting ready to kick off. It'll be Serapio Andrade. He'll kick off, one of the best in the state as far as scoring goes from the kicking department. He'll kick off to one of the best in the running department, Shell Lemberg. Andrade's finger in the air, looking for an okay from the officials to get things going. And here we go, the Class AA State Championship's underway, and it will go over here to the near side, up at 15 and around the 20, and a great play on the tackle. And that's where Whittell will set up first down and 10. Looks like Dyer, Chad Dyer, number 44 for the Eagles, made the tackle on Lemberg, and that's where we start off, first down 10. The quarterback is just a junior, Ty McMillan, number 11, 5'10", 160 pounds. He'll be joined in the backfield by Shell Lemberg, who's a 6-foot senior, and Robert Jones, a 170-pound senior as well. We'll get to the rest of the lineup next, including Michael Crawford, number 90. You'll hear his name a lot today, I'm sure. Line up with the tight end on the right, the wing back on the right side, man in motion to give it to the fullback, Jones. Jones across the 25 to the 27. That's where Serapio Andrade made the hit. So he gets about 5 yards on the play. Will bring up second down 5. Along the front line for Whittell, the wide receiver, number 83, Brendan Ahern. Also along the front line, 71, Doug McGraw. Number 62, Derek Fischler. Number 34, Christopher Scafidi. Number 77, Brian Kukendall. And number 72, Kirk Tetson, along with number 90, Michael Crawford. And 41, Keith Pereira is the wing back. Second down and about 4. They give him 6. Jones now goes in motion. They hand it off to Lemberg. A penalty marker being thrown on the play as Lemberg gets up around the 30-yard line. Chad Dyer made the initial hit, and then Brent Martin, number 72, made sure he stayed down, and we'll check the flag. And it's an illegal motion. I believe a couple people in motion that time for Whittell. And so that should back them up 5 yards. Otherwise, it'd be third down and 2. They could make it second down and about 9. We'll see. They're discussing it with Chad Dyer, the defensive captain for the Eagles, and back it goes. Just underway here from the Sam Boyd Silver Bowl, the Class AA State Championship. And there's the call by the official. State AA Class Championship between Boulder City and Whittell. Whittell just one loss. Boulder City comes in undefeated. McMillan took that opportunity to go over and have a quick chat with head coach Richard Brandt. Now second down and 9. The ball resting at the 23-yard line. Crawford on the right side. Now number 41 Pereira lines up as well over there. Lemberg and Jones join McMillan in the backfield. Back to pass. McMillan now rolls to the right. He fires and has his man. And across the 35, almost up to the 40-yard line, and that's Mr. Crawford. Crawford, a 6'2", 215-pound senior. He'll play wingback as well today. He is big, and he's going to be hard to bring down. That's one of the biggest worries of Eagle head coach Jim Kilmartin. In the semifinal game last week against Virgin Valley, Crawford pulled down 5 passes for 58 yards. That's a first down for Whittell, all the way up on the 37-yard line. So they pick up about 14 yards. Almost got the Boulder City line to jump. They give it to Lemberg. Lemberg caught in the backfield, and Brent Martin brings him down back at the 35-yard line. He'll lose a pair on that one.
Lemberg carried the ball. The tackle is made by number 72.
10.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Martin on that tackle. Lemberg himself, a 6 foot, 175-pound senior. He'll also be do the place kicking chores, and we'll start at linebacker for the Whittell Warriors. He's also the number 4 man in the state in rushing. This time Dyer fakes blitz, now backs off, and they give it to Jones. And Jones is caught from behind. A good play there by Darrel Dieleman. Shane Krumm was there, number 41, to make sure he didn't go anywhere. Dieleman just pulled him down from behind, and he gets about 4 yards on the play. That last play they gave Lemberg just a loss of 1. So Jones gets 4, and it's going to be 3rd down at about 7. See how they line up this time. They'll bring the wide receiver Ahern out to the left-hand side. Crawford lines up on the right as the tight end. 5-3 defense by the Eagles, straight back, and they go over to the weak side, and it's caught by Ahern, and Andrade gets him at the 45-yard line, and I believe he's going to be short of the 1st down. That time they threw away from Crawford, and Andrade was right there to pull Ahern down, and it's going to be a couple yards short of the 1st down, and it'll be 4th down and 2. And looks like they're going to kick it away. I see Danny Cox coming in for the Eagles. Now Ty McMillan, the quarterback, is also the punter, and he drops back in punt formation. There you see Cox and Body back standing at about their own 25-yard line. Now, wow, and the Eagles jump off sides, and that's going to give the Warriors a 1st down up at the 40, and that's a big break for Whittell as they drop back in punt formation. And it is offsides on the Eagles, so that will move the ball up 5, and the Warriors won't have to worry about kicking it away. They'll have a 1st down up at their own 49-yard line. So, and this is a team, the Warriors, you just do not want to give them another chance. Ahern this time comes out to the left side. You see Pereira, the wingback. He'll go over to the right side, line up behind Crawford. Jones and Lemberg in the backfield. And they'll go this time to the strong side. Good pursuit by the Eagle defense. Justin Amy came from his nose guard spot to break down the ball carrier, which was Lemberg. He didn't get anything on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and that's one thing Coach Jim Kilmartin said, because the center on Whittell is only 5'6", 145 pounds, and is a junior. So that automatically made Kilmartin go to his 5-3 defense and put Scafidi, number 74, up against Justin Amy. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from midfield. They go to the right again. McMillan will keep, and he runs right into Scott Estes, number 88. He might have gotten a yard. In fact, they do mark it for just a yard gain to the 49. So they haven't been able to put anything past the defense so far. McMillan takes that one.
3rd down and 8 for the Warriors.
Under 8.5 minutes to go. There's no score. We're just underway. The Class AA State Championship game from the Silver Bowl. The Pizza Hut NIAA, all 3 championships being decided here today. McMillan looks over the defense. Amy lines up to that nose guard again. Dyer and Krumm, the linebackers. This time a roll to the right. He's being chased, and out he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. Once again, good pursuit, and it was, I believe, Amy, no, it wasn't, 75, Brian Level, that pulled him down all the way back at the 41-yard line. So that will lose 10. Stop, Brian! And now a long 3rd down conversion. It'll be 3rd and about 19. They'll make that 4th down and 19, and McMillan into punt. And Cox and Body go back deep for the Eagles. So the Eagles may, high snap, good play. And Dieleman almost gets at it. Sails up and taking it about the 28-yard line by Cox. He tries to break the wedge and gets up to about the 39-yard line. A good return by Danny Cox. And so the Eagles will set up 1st down and 10.
Body carries the ball for the Eagles.
7:14 to go here in the 1st quarter. Boulder City, their first shot at the ball. There's no score.
First down and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line.
Okay, they're going to call it officially the 40-yard line. The quarterback, number 34, is Jason Bell. He comes over to center Brian Lemmel. Just single setback this time as they put wings on both sides, and Cox goes in motion, and he gets it around the left side, make it. Gets out of the 45, across midfield, down to the 40, inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Michael Crawford, number 90, and also number 41, Keith Pereira, who plays along the defensive front line, which is a 6'2 defense, pulls them down, but a big gain of about, we'll call it 25 yards for Danny Cox and a first down. This time, the wide receiver out to the right side, that's Body. Both setbacks in, they're going to throw to Body, and he's got it at the 30, and he's pulled down right there for a pickup of about 6 yards, and it was Ahern pulling him down. Brendan Ahern also plays in the defensive backfield at the 29-yard line, and it's a pickup of 8 on the play on the pass from Bell to Scott Body. One thing, you're going to see Danny Cox going wide a lot today because of the artificial turf. No mud like there was last Saturday or anything like that, so he should get some good footing on this AstroTurf. They split the backs, the usual wing T formation, with the wing on the left side is Anderson. Cox will run that way, and he gets down to about the 25-yard line. It's pulled down by Michael Crawford. And that's going to be good enough for a first down for the Eagles. And Danny Cox making his presence known here very quickly. 25-yard line, first down. This time, Body will go out to the left side. They alternate their wide receivers, Body and Estes, in with the plays. Dyer now in the backfield. They set up Cox on a wing to the left. They give it to Shane Krumm, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. He'll lose a couple. Looked like it was number 72, Kirk Tetson, the big guy, 6'1", 190 pounds. One of the co-captains of this team, also plays along the offensive front line. And after that play, Greg Anderson, the normal wingback, comes back into the game. Going to call it a loss of 2 for Shane Krumm, bring up second down at 12. Boulder City on a drive here. They set up on the far side hash mark. In a slot with Cox. He now comes in motion, has the ball, turns the corner, makes a good move, gets down almost to the 20-yard line. Ahern again was there, along with Crawford and number 44, Grant Ziegler. Ziegler, just a junior, 5'10", 155 pounds. He plays the safety spot in that 6'2 defense. So they're gonna give him a gain of 4, or make that a gain of 5 on the play for Danny Cox. Third down conversion for the Eagles out of the I formation. The wingback Anderson on the left. Two-step drop by Bell, and he fires, and Body had it. Couldn't hang on to it. Brendan Ahern on the coverage. And so that will bring up a fourth down, and don't really know if that's in Serapio Andrade's field goal range or not. And it looks like they're going to give it a shot. Andrade comes in along with Estes. Estes will hold. And officially, this will be a 38-yard field goal off the artificial turf. That'll give him a little bit more of an advantage. There's a snap and a kick, and it is going to be short, no good. Hit almost. It hit the upright back, and it falls short, no good. So Whittell will get the ball back. This gorgeous facility belonging to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. It's the Sam Boyd Silver Bowl. We're in the first quarter, 4 minutes even to go. It's Boulder City, nothing, and Whittell, nothing.
This comes out right.
So now Boulder City will be back on defense. Whittell has the ball at their own 20-yard line. First down and 10. McMillan sends his man Pereira in motion, and then he runs the other way. with Lemberg, and he gets up to about the 25-yard line. Looks like Andrade, you know, make that Greg Anderson made the stop, and Anderson comes up limping a little bit. So he'll get about 5 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 5. Once again, Crawford on the right-hand side as the tight end, and they run right behind him with Jones, and he's going nowhere. Chad Dyer there, number 44, on the top of the pile, and on the bottom of the pile was Justin Amy, number 85. I could go down this entire list of Boulder City Eagles. Out of the 28 all-league selections from the Southern League, 15 of them are Boulder City Eagles, some of them both ways. Along that defensive front line, the entire defensive front line made all league, either first team or second team. This time a play action by McMillan. He's going to go deep, has his man, and it is picked off. Scott Body, number 33, picks it up down at the 33-yard line. And a big turnover here in the first quarter. And the Eagles will have it at their own 43-yard line, first down 10.
First down and 10, Boulder City. 43
For Body, he had 9 interceptions on the season coming into this game, so that makes number 10.
Check your program. If your program has a signature of NIL,
so the Eagles will have it for the second time. They got it down as far as the 21-yard line.
Please bring your signed program to the south end.
And then Serapio Andrade missed a 38-yard field goal attempt. Wide receiver out to the right side. 3 men in the backfield, and they're going to give it to Cox. Cox tried to go around the blocks, or behind the blocks of both Dyer and Krumm. Picks up a couple yards. Looks like Keith Pereira, number 41, made the initial hit. So a couple yards that time for Danny Cox, unofficially 37 on 4 carries so far. Taking a look at that Eagle offense along the front line, number 85, Justin Amy is the tight end. The tackle, 71, Clint Ogden, and 65, Chris Blanford. Or I make that 77, Craig Cole, Chris Blanford, and Chad Shoup are the guards. And the center, all-league first team, Brian Lemmel. A lot of these guys on the offense as well, especially on the front line. They're all-league selections. It's time of short formation. Is they're going to run to the short side? No, they go with Body with the reverse around to the near side. Crosses midfield, down to the 40, inside the 30. He's on his way, all the way inside the 20-yard line, inside the 10, and as you can see, we can't see what happened. He may have even scored. Who knows? Told you there was a lot of Boulder City people here, and I wasn't kidding. And it was a touchdown, 65 yards for Scott Body. And now Andrade will attempt the extra point. That's that reverse that worked so well for the most part last week against Tahoe Truckee, or Reno Truckee, whatever you want to call them. Here's a snap, the place down, and the kick is up by Andrade, and good. So as we approach the end of the first quarter, it is Boulder City up top first. There you see the clock at 1 minute and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Boulder City 7 and Whittell nothing. All right, Andrade will kick off. There's Lemberg back deep. He's always a threat when he gets the ball. Boulder City up on a 65-yard run by Scott Body on that reverse that they ran so well in the semifinal game. And Andrade added the point, and it's 7-zip. And now the kickoff back to about the 7-yard line, and in a lot of trouble, and finally down at about the 23-yard line is number 32, Chris Sewell, bringing the ball back. Make that the 23-yard line is where he's at. And that'll be first down and 10. So Ty McMillan, the junior, it's only 5'10", 160 pounds. He'll be back next year. For the year, 50 out of 104 through the air for 683 yards. He did throw 3 interceptions against Virgin Valley in the semifinal last week. This time it's Lemberg. Lemberg finds a spot around the left side, gets around Dieleman, and he's finally run out of bounds. As Dieleman couldn't catch up with him, looked like number 21, Andrade, finally ran him out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And Dieleman was in the wrong place at the wrong time as he ran right into the arms of defensive coach Ben Davis. As Dieleman left his spot, and he let Lemberg get out around the left side, and that's definitely a no-no, because this is a sweep team just like Boulder City can be. They'll run a lot of sweeps in this game. Boulder City planning to do the same. This time Pereira lines up the wingback behind the tight end Crawford, and of course they run that way and they give it to Lemberg. Lemberg gets around the right side, tries a stiff arm, finally run out of bounds. Over there looked like by Shane Krumm. I thought Chris Blanford, number 65, had a beat on it as he broke through the blocking, but he just couldn't catch up with him as Lemberg tried to turn on the burners. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter, make it 48 seconds, 7-0 Boulder City. Seven-yard pickup that time for Shell Lemberg. This time they put a man in motion. That's Lemberg, and now Pereira jumps over there on the left side, and that will back him up 5. So now that will move it back to about the 36, 37-yard line. I think they shortchanged Boulder City on that penalty as they were up about right at the 41-yard line, and they only moved it back to the 37, so we'll call it a 4-yard penalty. That'll make it now 2nd down and 7. Now McMillan making sure everybody knows what's going on. They have 3 receivers over to the left side. Naturally, McMillan's going to go to the right because Crawford's over there, but it's incomplete. Good coverage over there. Shane Krumm got there a little late, but I believe Scott Estes was right there, and the throw was high anyway. So that will bring up another 3rd down situation for Whittell. These are the kind of situations where the Boulder City defense has to really dig in and stop a very potent Whittell offense. They only scored 21 points against Virgin Valley last week, but the 3 interceptions McMillan threw didn't help. Jones goes in motion now to the right side, handed off to Lemberg. Lemberg breaks through, but then a nice play from behind by Chad Dyer, number 44, and he'll be short of the 1st down. So he picks up about 4 yards, and he needed 7. And it's going to be a couple yards short of the 1st down, and so McMillan will be in punt formation again. Once again, remember, he's the quarterback as well, so anything can happen. Stands back at about his 27. He waits for the snap, gets it back in good shape, and lets it fly. And it's a short kick, bounces at the 40-yard line, and now everybody lets it roll, and Whittell will down it at about the 25-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter here at the Sam Boyd Silver Bowl, the NIAA Class AA State Championship. There's the scoreboard. So far, so good. It's Boulder City 7 and Whittell nothing. All right, we'll start the second quarter. Boulder City right just after the punt by Ty McMillan. Will start out at their own 26-yard line. They have the lead, 7-0. Scott Body on a reverse, 65 yards for a score. Serapio Andrade the extra point, and that's where we're at right now. Jason Bell, the quarterback, around that right side again goes Cox. They tried to do that so he can do a little with his speed, and he's run out of bounds over there. Number 22, Dane Hauser, made sure, as did Brendan Ahern, number 83. They mark it up at the 22-yard line, about a 6-yard pickup for Danny Cox, who so far 43 yards on just 5 carries. Second down and about 3 for the Eagles at their own 32. Stein, they bring their wide receiver out to the left side, split the backs, the wing on the right. You'll see this a lot, and then this time Bell's going to go straight back, drops the ball, and falls on it back at the 28-yard line. So he will lose about 4 on that one. That's too bad. He had a receiver wide open down here in the left flat. So that will bring up now a third down situation. It'll be 3rd and about 9. That's one thing. Luckily, they overcame their mistakes last week with 5 turnovers in the semifinal game against Truckee. See if they can do it here. Wide receiver out to the left side. The wing now is Darren Holmes in the ball game, in motion to the left, and the pitch, and is Cox overcome there for not much gain. It looked like it was number 72, Kirk Tetson, along with 89, Aaron Wickland, and that will bring up 4th down. No gain for Danny Cox on that one. So Serapio Andrade, first team all-conference punter. He'll, along with place kicker as well, he'll be in to punt. Snap back in good shape, and it kicks on its way, and it sails up to about the 46-yard line, and a fair caught by Lindbergh. So that's where Whittell will take over. 28-yard punt that time by Serapio Andrade, and Boulder City leads. We just started the second quarter. It's Boulder City 7 and Whittell nothing. Okay, Whittell comes up. They will send the wide receiver Ahern out to the left side. A double wing to the left as well, with Jones and Pereira, and they run right. Good pursuit by Boulder City. A missed tackle there. And I thought Blandford, number 65, was going to get him behind the line, but he's finally run out of bounds. I see Shane Krumm coming up along with Chad Dyer and Justin Amy. So not much gain on that one. They may give him a yard. Shell Lindbergh is the Danny Cox of the Whittell Warriors, no doubt about that. They actually give him 2 on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Same formation for the most part. Ahern out to the left side. See Tom McMillan as he looks over his offensive line and the defensive 5-3 set for the Eagles. Straight back on a play action, and he's going to go long. Good coverage, but he's wide open and almost caught. Ahern got that last step on Andrade, but the pass just off of his fingertips. Actually, good coverage on the play by Serapio Andrade. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 8. And Whittell has yet to convert a 3rd down situation so far. Pretty much the same set. Ahern out to the left side, and now it's going to move over to the right. Crawford more in a wingback situation. He goes in motion from right to left, and they're going to go that way with a pass, and he fires. And it's Crawford catching it. He's going to be close to a 1st down. He may be a little short. Andrade made the stop. And we'll be short of the 1st down, bring up 4th down, and not very much, less than a yard. So they pick up about 7 on that play. McMillan now 2 out of 4 for 21 yards plus an interception. See the clock, 9:43 to go here in the first half. Boulder City ahead of Whittell, 7-zip. At the 44-yard line in Boulder City territory, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Pereira in motion. They give the other way to Lemberg, and he is stopped. And it looks like where they're marking the ball, it's inside the 43-yard line, so that will be a 1st down for Whittell. Now, what do you do when you're in a bind? You have 4th down and inches. You got to go with your big money player, and then of course out of the backfield is Shell Lemberg, and he gets the necessary 2 yards for the 1st down. And now a whistle, and Boulder City may have called timeout. And it was a timeout, Boulder City, so we'll take one also. About 9 minutes to go here in the 1st half. It's Boulder City 7 and Whittell nothing.
And receive a free pitcher of soda with a purchase of a medium or large pizza, or receive a 6-pack of soda with a medium or large pizza delivery. Celebrate the victory with Pizza Hut.
There you see it, 9:18 to go here in the 1st half, and the Eagles up over the Warriors 7-0 in the Class AA State Championship. The Class A Championship is over, of course. That was the game played before this. That's the 8-man ball, and Lincoln County was the winner there. They beat Colville. So congratulations to Lincoln County. They are the 1991 Class A State Champions. The Class AAA game comes up right after this. It will be South Tahoe against El Dorado. All right, we're ready to go again. 43-yard line of Boulder City. And a 1st down for Whittell. See double wing in the backfield. Jones and Lemberg. Pereira goes in motion, and they give it to Lemberg. Lemberg straight up the middle. Looks like Scott Body and Shane Krumm, along with Chad Dyer, made the stop.
The tackle is made by Chad Dyer.
So they'll give him about 3 yards on that play, bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd down and 7 for the Warriors.
This time Scafidi comes up center, comes over the ball. McMillan lines up right behind him. Ahern, they're on the short side of the field. They line up everybody except for Crawford that way. And now they bring Pereira in motion, and a roll out to the right. Now fires to Pereira, and he's open, and he's got it. Estes finally grabs a shoelace and brings him down. But a good gain on that play, and that will be a 1st down inside the 35-yard line.
The tackle's made by Scott
So they pick up
Estes.
8 yards on that one and give good credit on a nice pass by Ty McMillan. And also give credit on the defensive side, Scott Estes, for making a shoelace tackle, and now instead they're going to call for the measurement. It looks like by the spot of the ball, he has the 1st down, but we will take a look. Right down in front of the Boulder City bench. Boulder City 7 and Whittell nothing. About 7 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Stretch out the chain, and he has it by about a full ball length. So they will move the chains, and Whittell will set up shop again from the 33-yard line. So made a mistake. That's a 10-yard gain, not an 8-yard gain. 3rd 1st down of this 1st half for Whittell. They'll line up with a slot to the left side. Actually, that is Crawford, and he will line up. Now they bring Ahern over to the right. They have Crawford, the wing back, on the right side. Lemberg, the only setback, as they line up with the receiver to the left. They go with Lemberg. Lemberg with the hole to the 30-yard line down to the 25, and he's run out of bounds by Andrade right there. Good hole over on the left side of that line, and that was one thing I could just tell by the hand signals that defensive coach Ben Davis was talking about in that last timeout was the defensive line. Now the offensive line of Whittell, especially on that left side, is controlling the ball. So he gets 8 on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Once again, they line up with Ahern over on the left side. They bring Pereira out to the right as a wide receiver this time. And they throw quickly and a 1st down to Ahern. And Andrade again there to run him out of bounds, and it should be good enough for a 1st down, and it is. Just inside the 23-yard line, so they get 4 on that quick pass, and that is something else that Coach Jim Kilmartin would was hoping that his team could defend against. They're very good on the short side of the field usually. They haven't had too many tests this year as far as the passing game goes. Whittell basically is a running team. Lemberg, the leading rusher on the team, with 2 yards shy of 1,000 yards. He's the number 4 rusher in the state, behind Kirk Thornock from White Pine, Shane Krumm, and Danny Cox. Now we have an official's timeout. Looks like somebody lost a piece of equipment. And everything's okay, so we're ready to go again. Come up this time, Pereira will line up over on the right. Ahern, the wide receiver, on the left-hand side. Split the backs, and they go to Lemberg with pitch to the right side. He goes inside the 25 to the 20, and down to about the 13-yard line, where finally Scott Body got him. They're going to mark it at the 12. And that's going to be a 1st down, I believe, for White Pine. And now an official's timeout. They're going to measure just to make sure. But once again, just looking at the spot from this angle, looks like he has the 1st down, but we'll wait and get the official word. Approaching the 4-minute mark here of the 1st half. Boulder City up 7-0. They can bring their chains all the way across the field. We'll check this one out. And they stretch it out, and it is 1st down by about 2/3 of a ball length. And so, Whittell in business again. 6-yard pickup that time for Lemberg. And he's a speedy one also, so I was telling you about Danny Cox for the Eagles. How Coach Jim Kilmartin wanted to get him around that long side of the field and let him turn on the speed. That's the same thing I'm sure Richard Brandt, coach of the Warriors, is trying to do with Shell Lemberg. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 12. Pereira in motion now back to the far side, and they're going to throw that way to him, and he's got it inside the 10 to about the 8. And Andrade will make the tackle there, so he gets about 4 yards again. That's the same play they just ran a couple plays back before that 1st down run by Shell Lemberg. Now all of a sudden, Ty McMillan is starting to warm up. He's now 5 out of 8 for 39 yards plus an interception. And now Boulder City calls another timeout. That's their 2nd here in the 1st half. They'll have 1 remaining. And defensive coach Ben Davis going right to the defensive front line, having a talk with Brian Lemmel and also Brett Martin. Those are the 2 defensive tackles.
You cannot return unless you have your ticket
An A center, and in the center of them, Justin Amy, number 85. So obviously there's something going on the interior of that front offensive line for Whittell that's blown those guys off. There you see it, 6:59 to go here in the 1st half, 7-0 Boulder City. 2nd of 3 games to be played here tonight at the Silver Bowl. The Class A game already over with. The state champion for this year is Lincoln County. They defeated Colville. Class 3A game comes up right after this. It will be El Dorado from Las Vegas against South Tahoe. Way over on the left hash mark. See, they line up with a receiver to the left, just like Boulder City's been doing, and both teams have been going to the long side of the field. Crawford and Pereira line up over on the right side as they split the backs. Pereira now in motion right to left. He wears number 41. There's that pitch again to Lemberg, and he's got open field, and he's in for the touchdown. Shell Lemberg goes in from 12 yards out, and it's a touchdown for Whittell, and with the extra point, they can come or they can tie this ball game up.
Shell Lemberg.
It's one of those things that it's about the fourth time they've run that play, and Lemberg has gotten out in that open field and turned on the juice each time. Now out of the hole to Shell Lemberg, or out of the hole of Ty McMillan, I should say, Shell Lemberg will attempt the extra point. Lemberg is the number 2 scorer in the state. He's hit 23 extra points as well as 4 field goals this year, but the big thing, 15 touchdowns, and that was number 16. Snap down, and the straight-on kicker puts it up, and it's good.
It's good.
So as we approach the 6-minute mark of the first half, we have a brand new ball game. It is now Boulder City 7 and Whittell 7.
Shell Lemberg to kick off for the Warriors.
Well, Whittell has just tied it up on a 12-yard run by their star running back, Shell Lemberg, and that offsets a 65-yard run by Scott Body of the Eagles. And we have a tie ball game 7-7. Body and Cox to receive the kick from Lemberg. It's going to bounce short. It looks like at about the 10-yard line. That's where Cox will have it. And who knows what happens after that.
Hey, second. That's why he doesn't play baseball.
Looks like he had a little problem handling the ball as it got behind him. And it's way back at the 6-yard line. So the Eagles have some work to do, and it will be first down from there. Jason Bell, the quarterback. You're not going to see his name on any all-league selections or anything like that, but believe me, this team goes nowhere without him. He was number 1 this year in the Southern League in percentage as far as passing. He hit 33 out of 57 for 570 yards. This time he passes out of his backfield, intended for Shane Krumm out of the backfield, and it's incomplete. As I said, he had 33 out of 57 for 510 yards, had a touchdown and 1 interception this year. 58% of his passes is what he hit. Just this offensive line, Justin Amy, first team all-league on defense as well. Clint Ogden, first team all-conference at the tackle spot. The guard, Chad Shoup, first team all-conference over on that left side. And they throw the blocks this time as Shane Krumm barrels across the 10-yard line up to the 13. Kirk Tedson, number 72, was there, along with number 31, Ryan Brown, to make the stop.
Herrera carries the ball.
So he gets about 6 yards on that one. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Wide receiver out to the left side, split the backs again. Normal wing tee set by the Eagles, and straight up, and he is very close to a first down. I believe that was Krumm again. I'll have to wait and see where they mark it at. Whole host of Warriors was there, including number 40, Robert Jones. And who else? Number 90, Michael Crawford, and they are going to measure for the first down. About 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Boulder City and Whittell in the Class AA state championship game, all knotted up at 7-7. The chain gang sure getting a workout. This is about the 3rd time they've had to come clear across the field to measure. And they'll stretch it out, and Boulder City will have a first down. 16-yard line, their own 16-yard line. Boulder City getting out from the shadow of their own goalpost up at the 16, first down 10. Yeah, the referee winds up the clock again, and here we go. Scott Body brings in the play to Jason Bell. See that 6-2 defense? Whittell lines up with 6 offense or defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 2 corners, and then 1 safety. And has done the job this year for him. Here's that end around again, trying to get the long side of the field, and Cox breaks a tackle and gets up to about the 19-yard line. Looked like there for a moment, number 89, Aaron Wickland, had his number, but he got past him and got up for about a 3-yard gain. Gonna bring up second down and a long 7.
Second down and 7 for the Eagles.
This time Estes comes up to the out to the right. Looks like Rodney Reyes is in at the wingback, number 28. They're going to run that way, and they give it to Cox. Cox stumbles a little bit in the backfield and only gets back up to the 20-yard line. Making sure he doesn't go anywhere was Crawford, number 90, and not going to get about a yard on that, and that's it. So it'll be third down again. This time 6 yards to go for Boulder City. They too have failed to convert on a third down conversion in the first half. Let's see if they go to the air. They had that one. They've thrown twice in the direction of Scott Body. One time he made a fine catch for an 8-yard gain, which gave him a first down. And the second time he couldn't hang on to it. So we'll see what happens here. Bell directs traffic. Brings Body out to the left side. Rodney Reyes, the wingback, lines up on the right. Now goes in motion. And they're going to give it on the end around to Body again. And he comes up to the 25, and he's going to be close to a first down. Out around the 27, and he'll have it. Wickland finally ran him out of bounds, but another good-sized gain for Scott Body, another 8 yards.
Under the emblem
She's coming with me right now. She's coming with me right now. Becky said you guys will be
First down for the Eagles as they try to rumble up the field, maybe to get another score here before the end of the half. There's a man that's made it all happen this year for the Eagles, head coach Jim Kilmartin. They give it to Krumm this time. Krumm switches hands and has some room around the left side and gets run out of bounds here on the near side at the 40-yard line, just outside the 40. And it's another first down for the Eagles. Good blocking that time over on the left-hand side as he had some mooses to run behind in Ogden and Shoup. Ogden 6'4", 245, and he's just a junior. He'll be back next year.
Danny's coming.
He gets up to the 41-yard line, and that is about a 12-yard gain for Shane Krumm. And this time Bell will throw, and he's got Body up to the 49. Ahern finally wraps him up. 7-yard pickup that time for the combination of Jason Bell to Scott Body. Body doing a fantastic job, having a great first half, both receiving but also running. He had that 65-yard run on that end around for a touchdown. And also that 8-yard run here a moment ago. Danny Cox back into the ball game. Chad Dyer will join him in the backfield. They'll have 3 in the backfield. Usually they do that. Oh, now the ball is loose. Cox has it. The handoff was supposed to be to Cox anyway. And he loses all the way back to the 46-yard line, and that's going to be about 3 or 4 yard loss. It'll be second down and about 13. Body once again back into the ball game. 7-7 game so far. Whittell and Boulder City for the Class AA state championship. Whittell came in with a record of 10-1. Boulder City at 11-0, the only undefeated team in Class AA in the state. Once again, the triple set backfield, and straight back goes Bell. He fires, and he has Body complete down to the 40 and to the 37-yard line. A great catch that time by Scott Body, number 33. Grant Ziegler made the final hit, but a big gain,
First down.
about
Boulder
21
City.
yards down to the 37-yard line. Bell now 3 out of 5 in this half. As you see the clock running, approaching the 2-minute mark of the first half. Bell now 3 out of 5 for 36 yards, all of them to Scott Body. Straight back again to pass, and he's going to fire it over here on the left side to Cox. Cox has it to the 30, down to the 25-yard line, and a first down, first down again
Pass is complete to
for the Eagles, and a pickup of 12.
First down. Eagles.
Eagles mixing up their plays very well here in the first half. I think that's the first time all season I've seen them run 2 pass plays in a row. Well, now a whistle, and what are we going to have here? Maybe somebody called timeout, perhaps. And it was. Whittell calls timeout. That's only their first they've called. They'll still have 2 remaining. Boulder City on the drive right now. They have the ball at the 25 of Whittell, and about 2 minutes to go in the first half here in the Class AA State Championship game. It's Boulder City 7 and Whittell 7.
If your program has the signature of NIAA Executive Director Dr. Jerry Hughes, you have won a large pizza from Pizza Hut and an official NIAA Daisy football. Please bring your signed program to the north end of the press box to claim your prize. Thank you.
No, that's all it's right there.
So there's Coach Jim Kilmartin giving final instructions to his offensive team. What a job he has done with this squad. Last year they went 6-4, were defeated in the playoffs by Truckee, in fact. This year they have really put together something. They got some guys coming up from the junior varsity and the freshman team ranks that are just fantastic. In fact, he's got 4 or 5 players up from the JV team. Here's Shane Krumm now running to the left side. He's got a little bit of room. I don't have any room, but he had a little bit of room, and Boulder City hangs on to the ball, trying to tack some more points here on the board by the end of the half.
Mike Crawford made the tackle. Second down and 1.
So 9-yard gain for Shane Krumm. It's second down and 1. What a drive being put together here by the Eagles. Once again, they give it to Krumm. Krumm has the first down to close to the 10-yard line. And it will be to the 10-yard line, so he gets 6 more on that one.
Tackles made by Grant Ziegler. First. Danny Cox carried the ball. Brian Hurley made the
So
tackle.
Cox on that last carry gets down to the 6, so he got about 4 yards on that one, unofficially 48 yards here in the first half for the Eagles. They line up at the 6-yard line of Whittell. Time running out here in the first half. Now whistle, and
Timeout called by Whittell.
it looks like Whittell has called their second timeout of the half.
Second down and 5 for the Eagles.
Second 5 from the 6, and around the left side goes Krumm, and he's down close to the goal line. And they will mark it at, he didn't quite get around the corner, so he only gets to about the 4-yard line for a 2-yard gain. Unofficially, first half, 33 yards for Shane Krumm. They line up quickly with no huddle. And once again, running off to that left side go the Eagles inside the 5.
Shane Krumm carries the ball.
40 seconds to go. Krumm gets to about the 3 for another yard. And it looks like Boulder City has called their final timeout of the half. 41 seconds to go here in the first half. Boulder City and Whittell all knotted up at 7-7. Boulder City trying to push it in here to close out the first half with a score. Once again, Coach Jim Kilmartin, the head coach of the Eagles, out giving instructions to his players, and now they will set up. Wide receiver out to the left side. Out of the I formation, they'll give it to Cox. Cox will try to sweep to the right. Good pursuit by the Warriors, and they knock him down short of the goal line and short of the first down, and the Warriors will take over on downs.
Change of position. First down, Whittell.
Great defensive stand there by Whittell. Boulder City cannot punch it in, and the Warriors take it over way back on their own 2-yard line. Half minute to go, and the clock is running. We may see a play, and we may not. And we'll have to see one more play because the clock was wound up from a dead stop. So I doubt they'll go long. They'll probably just be satisfied with running one here against the tough defense of Boulder City. Millen himself goes up, and he's tackled at about the 9-yard line, and that will end the first half. The clock winds down. We'll go into halftime of Class AA State Championship game. It's Boulder City 7, Whittell 7.
Accepting the award is Mr. Charlie Curley, the athletic administrator at 3 times with a GPA of 3.49.
Well, as you can see, both teams heading back out on the field for the second half. This is the Silver Bowl with Class AA State Championship football game. Boulder City and Whittell, it's all knotted at 7 here at halftime. Boulder City scored first on a 65-yard run by Scott Body on that reverse play that they have run so well the last couple games. And then a 12-yard run by the star running back of the Warriors, Shell Lemberg, put them on the board, both kickers hitting their extra point, and that's where we're at 7 apiece. Lincoln County's already won the Class A game. The Class AAA game comes up right after this one. all of a sudden, the wind has been blowing quite a bit all afternoon and into the evening hours with the 4 o'clock start here at the Silver Bowl. Now it has gotten just darn right cold out here, and so we will bundle up and get ready for the second half. You see the captains meeting at midfield. Looks like the Eagles will start the second half off with the ball as they get their choice after Whittell won the opening toss. So they will start the third period. The Eagles will, going from my right to left, south to north on the compass. Whittell will kick off. 24 minutes left in both of these teams' season. One of them will go home with the state championship experience, and the other one will go home with the state championship trophy. And we'll have to see which one it is. Right now, it's all even at 7-7. Right now, we saw this happening at the end of the first half. Head coach Jim Kilmartin talking to the officials about something, and now they're talking probably about the same thing again right there as we get ready for the second half. A couple of first half statistics. These are all unofficial. First downs, Boulder City at 8, Whittell at 4. Third down conversions, Boulder City just 1 out of 6, Whittell 0 out of 4. Individually passing, Jason Bell was 4 out of 6 for 48 yards. As far as on the ground, Shane Krumm had 34 yards, Danny Cox 49. Scott Body had 73, including that big 65-yard touchdown run. Whittell individually, Millen, the quarterback, a good first half, hitting 5 out of 8 for 39 yards. Shell Lindbergh was held just 12 yards on the ground. Or I'm sorry, he was held to a little more than that, about 35 yards on the ground. We're ready to go. Here's the kick. Lindbergh kicks it back, and it's going to sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And so the Eagles will start the second half at their own 20-yard line, first down and 10. They'll set up this way. If you missed it in the first half, Jason Bell, the quarterback, number 34, he'll be joined in the backfield by the two first team all-league running backs, Danny Cox, number 32, Shane Krumm, number 41, the wing backs, number 25, Greg Anderson, wide receiver, number 88, Scott Estes, the tight end, number 85, Justin Amy. We'll set the offensive line here in a moment. First down looks like from their own 20. It is from their own 20-yard line after the touchback, and they're going to go to the weak side, and that will be Shane Krumm. He's wrapped up for just about a yard gain. Lindbergh was there, number 21, along with Grant Ziegler, 44, to make the stop. They'll give him a couple on that one, bring up second down at 8. Line at front line for the Eagles. Tackle 71 Clint Ogden, number 65 Chris Blanford, number 79 Chad Shoup. I'm sorry, 77 Trey Cole, then Blanford again, and Shoup at the guards, Brian Lemmel the center. All of them all-league players. Second down and about 9 from the 21. They send the wing back in motion this time to the near side, and they give it to Cox. Cox stumbles across the 25-yard line to about the 26. Looked like he really never had his feet underneath him on that one. They'll mark it at the 26-yard line for a pickup of about 5. And so another third down conversion coming up for the Eagles. Just 1 out of 6 in the first half in that department. Seven to 7 ball game just underway here in the third quarter for the NIAA Class AA State Championship. Scott Estes, the receiver, comes over to the near side. Line up with the wing back to the right out of the I formation. They're going to pitch it to Cox. Cox misses his block, but it doesn't matter. Cox turns to the inside, gets a first down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Lindbergh and Ahern were there for the stop. Brendan Ahern, just a junior, plays wide receiver on offense, number 83. Has played a good game both ways so far. So 5 more yards for Danny Cox, and it's a first down for Boulder City. They're 9th of the game unofficially. Time Body, the wide receiver, comes out to the left side as they switch Body and Estes in and out with the plays. The wing T formation, the pitch back to Cox, and he's going to be shot down inside the 30-yard line. There'll be a loss on that play. Crawford and a couple others there. Mike Crawford, number 90, really hasn't gotten on track too much. He's had a had a couple catches offensively and had a couple tackles defensively. But he's the man that does a lot of the dominating for the Whittell Warriors. A loss of 3 at that time for Danny Cox, second down and about 13. Estes comes out to the left side. You see that formation, that's a wing T formation. They'll either put the backs out of the eye or split them like they did right there. This time in motion is Anderson, the wing back. Once again, Cox, and good pursuit in the backfield. Lindbergh and Tetson finally put the last hit on it, but it was turned inside nicely by number 41, Keith Pereira, one of the defensive ends. Pereira, 6'1", 180-pound senior, who you'll hear his name on the offensive side as well. He plays wing back, and he just stuck his hand out and tripped up Danny Cox. Just a couple yards on that one, and now it's going to be third down and about 11 from their own 30. Split the backs this time onto the wing T, and it's going to be a pass, and Bell gets it off just as he's hit, and it falls incomplete, and it'll be fourth down. Good rush that time by, looked like number 71, Doug McGraw, and Crawford, number 90. And he hurried the pass of Jason Bell, and it falls incomplete. Just underway here in the third quarter, the first drive of the third quarter. Serapio Andrade will have to kick it away. Picks the snap up off the ground on a bounce and just hits a little liner that bounces at about the 46, and now it's going to bounce to the 41, and oh, and how about that? Kirk Tetson pushing away a Boulder City Eagle. Just as he was getting ready to down the ball, and penalty flags fly.
There's a flag on the field.
And I believe that's an unsportsmanlike conduct call. Now, the only reason they'd be able to call that is because the Boulder City player already had his hand on the ball and was downing it, and the officials were blowing it dead. Now, if the Boulder City player had not put his hand on it, the ball's still live, and Tetson can pick it, do whatever he wants with it. But obviously, they made that call because they were getting ready to call the ball dead because an Eagle player was downing it at the 41-yard line. Now, a discussion between the officials. Now, I never saw the Boulder City player touch it, so we'll have to see. They may just pick up this flag, I don't know. Otherwise, it's a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warriors and Kirk Tetson, number 72. Discussion still goes on. 65-yard run by Scott Baudy in the first half, a 12-yard run by Shell Lindbergh for the Warriors. And we're knotted at 7 as we start the second half. And they are picking up the flag. It's an inadvertent penalty flag. No penalty on the play, so Whittell will have it first down and 10 at the 41, and that just has the Boulder City bench incensed with that. I believe that's a good call, I really do, because it did not look like a Boulder City player had touched the ball.
There's no penalty on the flag.
Trying to down it, so it was absolutely up to Kirk Tetson. He was going to pick it up and run with it. My opinion, that was a good call. And so the Whittell Warriors will have a first down at their 41-yard line, and this will be their first time with the ball here in the second half. McMillan passing in the first half, 5 out of 8 for 39 yards. He brings his team up now. They've been running a lot, or they've been lining up a lot to the short side of the field and running to the wide side. This time they run with the fullback Jones to the short side of the field, and he gets it up to about the 47-yard line for a pickup at 6. Robert Jones, the fullback, 5'11", 170-pound senior. He was wrapped up. I believe Chad Dyer, number 44, made the stop. He had 6. It'll be second down at 4.
Second down and 4.
Once again, Ahern, the wide receiver, to the left. And now they're going to line up Keith Pereira, the wing back, on the right side. Kind of a wing T set, just like the Eagles. Now Pereira goes in motion right to left. And it's a pitch to Lindbergh. What else? Around the right side, he's going to have a first down inside Eagle territory at the 48-yard line before Scott Body and Chad Dyer wrapped him up. They've done that several times. They've lined up with the strong side over on the left, especially on the short side of the field. And even they started off with Pereira, the wingback, on the right side. They put him in motion, and boom, go to the weak side with Shell Lemberg. And it's worked many times tonight. He gets 5 yards on that one. It's first down for Whittell at the Boulder City 47-yard line, making a 6-yard pickup for Lemberg. And now a quarterback draw by Millen. He gets inside the 45 to the 44, maybe the 43-yard line. Shane Krumm and Justin Amy were there, as was Darrel Dieleman, number 50. And it's going to be second down.
Second down and 6.
He got 4, second and 6 for Jason Millen. He now has just 1 yard on 4 carries. Now there's an official timeout for something, but anyway, the referee winds the clock back up. Here we go. Right in the middle of the field for the most part. The hash mark on the right side. Now they line up with a slot to the left side in Ahern. They split the back. They put Pereira out. Now here's a pass to Ahern. He's got it inside the 40 into the 35-yard line, and that will be a first down. Andrade pushed him out of bounds, but had him wrapped up before then.
First down, Warriors.
And so that's a first down, an 8-yard pickup for Whittell. First pass caught by Ahern in the ball game. So Whittell on the drive. They have it at about the 35-yard line of Boulder City. First down and 10. Crawford now in motion. And they gave it to Lemberg. Lemberg with a hole inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. He'll get about 8. Looks like Chad Dyer, and it is, coming up from the bottom to make the stop. And especially on that left side of the line, Whittell looks like they are just blowing off completely the Boulder City defensive line.
Second down and 2.
Second and 2 for the Warriors. They have the wing and the wide receiver to the short side of the field again. This time they put Lemberg in motion to the right. And another quarterback draw by Millen. He's to the 20, to the 10, he's to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. Ty McMillan, just a 160-pound junior, took off on the 27-yard line, and he goes in for the score.
Number 11.
Nobody touched him. Now Lemberg will attempt the extra point out of the hold of McMillan. And Whittell has the lead. McMillan finds a spot on the tee. Gets the snap back in good shape, and the kick is away, and it is no good, off to the right. So Lemberg misses an extra point. Keep that one in mind. That could play a big part later, maybe not. But anyway, the big news is Whittell goes down the field. The first time they have the ball here in the second half, 5:54 to go in the third quarter. It is now Whittell 13 and Boulder City 7.
Stated Boulder City's record. Boulder City's football record is 10 wins, no losses.
And a reason to celebrate over on the Whittell side. Their team has the lead. If you're not familiar with Whittell, you're saying, well, they don't have very many people there. They are from Zephyr Cove, Nevada, which is up in the Reno area, just 10 miles off the California border. Their fans are celebrating now. Their team up 13-7 over the state's #1 ranked team, the undefeated Boulder City Warriors. Lemberg kicking off. Cox and Body back deep, and it's taken up over on the right side, coming up across the 20, and now almost a 30-yard line. And it was Scott Body on the return. A nice return for Scott Body as he went about 25 yards with that one. And now Boulder City has some work to do. Now the defensive line, which is the defense for Whittell, is a 6-2. That line that they have to contend with. Along the line, number 41, Keith Pereira, 71, Doug McGraw, number 77, Brian Kukendall, number 90, Michael Crawford, number 72, Kirk Tetson, number 89, Aaron Wicklund. The linebackers are Lindbergh, number 21, Dana Hauser, number 22. We'll give you the secondary in a moment. And now somebody jumps over on the right side of the Boulder City line. Looked like Clint Ogden and Greg Anderson both flew across the line, and we'll see what the call is. And it is a false start against the Eagles. That'll back them up 5, back to the 22. Rest of that defense for Whittell, the secondary, Robert Jones, number 40, number 83, Brendan Ahern, and number 44, Grant Ziegler, I should say. Ahern and Ziegler are just juniors. They'll be back next year. This time they're going to line up with Danny Cox in a slot to the left side. Now he goes in motion, and they fake the in around to him, give it to Krumm, and it's smelled out very nicely up there by the defensive line of Whittell. Looked like Tetson, 72, along with Keith Pereira, number 41, grabbing him from behind, and it's only a 1-yard gain for Shane Krumm. Unofficially, I have Shane Krumm with 37 yards here in the Class AA State Championship game. Body now in at the wide receiver spot, goes out to the left. Linebackers will split the original wing T formation for the Eagles. Bell, the quarterback, is going to give it to Cox. He's going to throw it, and he goes down. He has his man, and he's got him. Chad Dyer, I believe, number 44. It's across midfield at the 49-yard line. It was Chad Dyer, 23 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down for the Eagles at the Whittell 49-yard line. And a big play there for the Eagles. That might get them on track offensively. They trail by 6. It's Whittell 13, Boulder City 7. We're in the third quarter of the triple backfield. The blockers ahead of Danny Cox, and once again, he only gets a yard. Credit number 71, Doug McGraw, the big senior nose guard, with another fine play along the interior of the line. That was the big thing that head coach Jim Kilmartin was worried about, was that defensive front line. Not just because there's so many of them, 6 to be exact, but because of their size and their strength. 4:13 to go here in the third quarter. Whittell 13, Boulder City 7. The Eagles have the ball after a yard gain, 2nd down and 9 from the Whittell 48. Once again, 3 in the backfield, and they're going to go with the end around to Body. If he can turn that corner, he's got some room, and he does. Down to the 40, the 35, and down to about the 31-yard line. That play has worked every single time that they have tried to run it tonight. All the way down to the 31-yard line, 17 yards for Scott Body and a first down. Count them, 90 yards for Body now on 3 carries. And the Eagles are on the move. Estes, the receiver, out to the left side. They line up on that hash mark you see over on the far side of the field. The wing T formation now puts Anderson in motion to the near side, and they're going to go with the pitch to Cox. Almost caught in the backfield, and now whistles are blowing the play dead.
There's a flag on the play.
And which means it could have been some sort of a penalty against Boulder City. I see a flag now, and it was an illegal procedure call against the Eagles. That'll back them up 5, and that's the kind of thing that you do not want to see when you're on your way down towards the goal line. So they mark it back to the 36. It'll be first down and 15. One thing about Whittell, this is only their third year in Class AA. They're very successful in the Class A ranks, the 8-man ranks in Nevada. They are now in AA. This is their third year, and here they are in the state championship. Their defense has to dig in now as Bell's going to throw, and it's caught by Body at the 25, to the 20, the 15, to the 10, and he's in! A touchdown! 36 yards from Jason Bell to Scott Body, and the Eagles have tied it up.
The touchdown is scored by number 33, Scott Body.
And once again, we have a new ball game, and Andrade is going to try to tack on the point to give the Eagles a lead. And I was saying that extra point missed by Lemberg on Whittell's last drive for a touchdown was big. It'll be very big if Andrade hits this one. And he does. The Boulder City fans going crazy. 3:16 to go here in the third in the Class AA State Championship game. It's now the Eagles 14 and the Warriors 13. And now Andrade will tee it up and get ready to kick off. Looking for an offensive star in this one. You don't have to look any farther than number 33, Scott Body. They've run that in around to him 3 times. He's picked up 90 yards, including a 65-yard touchdown run. He's also caught 4 out of the 5 completions that Jason Bell has thrown for 72 yards, including the one you just saw, a 36-yard touchdown pass. And he did a lot of that running it as well. The pass went down about 12 yards, and he did the rest by himself with some great blocking. Andrade's kick sails back, and he'll be taken on a hop at the 15. And now looking for some room, and great coverage by the Eagles as he only gets it back up to about the 30-yard line. Now Whittell is the one that has some work to do. They'll start at their own 29, first down and 10.
For the Warriors at the 29-yard line.
Great ball game so far between Whittell and Boulder City. Eagles up top, 14-13. They've just gone out up top thanks to a 36-yard pass play from Jason Bell to Scott Body. Ty McMillan, the junior quarterback, underneath center, brings Pereira in motion to the near side, and now he's going to throw and has his man Brendan Ahern. And great pursuit by the Eagle defense. And out of bounds he finally goes. They'll mark it dead at about the 34-yard line. Anderson and Andrade were there along with Chad Dyer, number 44. 2.5 minutes to go, 14-13 Boulder City. We're still in the third quarter. Just a 4-yard pickup on that pass play to number 83, Brendan Ahern. Once again, they line up on the short side of the field. We could see that pitch to Lemberg. No, it's a play-action fake to Lemberg, and now going, and it is picked off by the Eagles. Back there it is Andrade, runs it back up to midfield, and back into Whittell territory at the 44-yard line. So Rafael Andrade, number 21, picks off the pass. That's the second interception of the day for the Eagles, and the second for Andrade. And the Eagles have the ball again, and they start in great territory at the 44 of Whittell. Wide receiver out to the right side. The wing tee is set up over on the left. They split the backs, Krumm and Cox. And they give it to Krumm, and Krumm wrapped right up at the line of scrimmage. And I believe it was number 72, maybe Kirk Tetson, that made that initial hit. Second down and 10, no gain at all on that one for Shane Krumm. This time, Body in as the wide receiver, goes out to the right side. Double wing set. They put Cox in the slot, and you figure this would be an end around to him, and he has the ball and gets down to the 41-yard line. Credit Pereira that time with the initial hit to trip him up a little bit, and then finally bringing him down for good was number 62, Derek Feshler. Only got 3 on that one. It'll be third down and about 7 for the Eagles. Once again, they line up with the wide receiver on the short side of the field. They have the backs in the eye, and it's going to be a straight drop by Bell, and he fires and has Estes, and that will be a first down at the 33-yard line. Another great offensive call by Coach Jim Kilmartin, as they get it down for an 11-yard gain to the 33-yard line. And that very easily could be the last play of this third quarter.
First down, Boulder City.
That's Estes' first catch of the game. And Boulder City will now continue to set up shop at the 33-yard line, and I believe that will be the last play of this third quarter. Both teams getting a touchdown on the board here in the period. But the big thing was the missed extra point, and they will not get the playoff. That is the end of the third quarter. We have 12 minutes to go in the Class AA State Championship game. It is Boulder City 14 and Whittell 13. Well, after watching the offensive punch this Boulder City team has had all season long, it's hard to believe that this game is down to a missed extra point. Andrade has hit both of his. Shell Lemberg for the Whittell Warriors has hit 1 out of 2, and that's the difference in the game right now. We're heading into the fourth quarter. Boulder City on top of Whittell, 14-13. A couple plays back, Boulder City, Serapio Andrade. Speaking of Serapio Andrade, intercepted a Ty McMillan pass, and the Eagles are driving again, and Bell's going to go long. There's nobody out there. It's intended down at about the 10-yard line. I believe that was might have been Danny Cox down there, but it was overthrown. Andrade intercepted that pass, and the Eagles started at the Whittell 44-yard line, and right now they are at the 33. They have a second down and 10. Got to credit the Whittell defense. They're playing a team that is averaging over 40 points a game, and so far they only have 14. Here's an end around to Cox, and that goes nowhere. In fact, he may lose a yard back to the 34. And Crawford, number 89 and number 90 respectively, made the stop, and they mark it back at the 33, so no gain again. Once again, the Whittell defense really taking a stand. Third down and 10. Body of the wide receiver out to the right side. Anderson, the wing back on the left. Straight back goes Bell. A nice drop back, but he overthrows Body down at about the 32-yard line. That wasn't going very far anyway. Brendan Ahern on the coverage along with number 22, Dane Hauser. So that will bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down and 10.
Now, a field goal would be a long one. It'd be about 50 yards for Andrade. His longest of the year has been 45. But they're going to go for it on 4th down. We'll see what happens. Body brought the play in. Goes out to the right side.
We saved it right here.
And we'll see what they do. Guess we have an official's timeout. They're gonna change the balls around. We're in the 4th quarter. Boulder City ahead of Whittell, 14-13. The Class AA State Championship game. And Coach Jim Kilmartin giving final instructions to Body as he brings the play in again. And he'll move out to the right side. Now on the swing T formation, they'll have the wing and the tight end usually on the same side. Right now, Chad Dyer is in at the tight end spot, number 44. And they're going to throw for it, and it is incomplete. Would have been way short of the 1st down anyway. And Body couldn't come up with it, and so Whittell will take over on downs. And we'll have to go about 67 yards to retake the lead. They took the lead the very first time they had the ball here in the 2nd half. And was rounded out by a 28-yard run by quarterback Ty McMillan. They start now here in the 4th quarter at the 33, 1st down and 10. The wing to the left side, and they give it to the fullback that way, which is Jones. And he moves across the 35 to almost the 38-yard line. Brian Lemmel, number 75, there for the stop. Lemmel on the offensive side, 1st team All-League center. On the defensive line, 2nd team defensive line.
2nd down and 6 for the Warriors.
They're going to give Jones 4 on that play to bring up 2nd down and 6. Same formation for the most part, and they go to that side again with Jones, and he gets up to the 39. Good play that time by Chad Dyer, number 44. Also Darrel Dieleman getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 50. Another short gain. He only gets a couple on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 4 for the Warriors.
Call it a long 3 for Whittell. Big defensive play coming up here for the Eagles. If they can hold them, they have proved their point defensively. Kind of split out, kind of a wide formation this time. Pereira goes in motion. Back to pass McMillan. They go to Pereira. Oh, almost picked off, and then completed to Pereira. Scott Estes grabs him from behind. Somebody, I believe it was Estes, almost picked that one off, but instead it turns into a long gain for Whittell.
1st down, Whittell Warriors.
All the way across midfield to the 44-yard line of Boulder City. So that's about a 17-yard pickup. And Pereira has now caught 4 passes for 35 yards. Give this time to Lindbergh off the right side, and Chad Dyer wrapped him up for very little gain, probably about a yard. Unofficially for Lindbergh now 63 yards. 2nd down and about 9. And now the whistles are blowing, and they may have taken too much time. Well, somebody lined up off sides, and so one of the linesmen threw the flag. That's something I have never seen before myself as far as calling an offsides on the offense before the plays even run. But anyway, the penalty moves it back to the 48-yard line. That's something Whittell does not need right now is mistakes, and now I believe they're going to call a timeout. We're in the 4th quarter of the NIAA Class AA State Championship. It has been a good one. If you're looking for the top two teams in the state, I believe you have it right here between Boulder City and Whittell. Not very much time left in the season, and right now Boulder City has the edge. They are up 14-13. All right, Whittell back up to the line of scrimmage. They have a second down and about 14 from the Boulder City 48-yard line. Wide receiver out to the left, and straight back goes Millen, and he's going to fire and has his man for very little gain to the 46. Great defensive pursuit by the linebackers as well as the defensive backs. Scott Estes, Chad Shoup, and Chad Dyer were all there to make sure that Crawford didn't get too far. Only a 2-yard pickup on that one, and it will bring up third down and about 11.
Third down and 12 for the Warriors.
Wing over on the left side. The wide receiver split out to the left. Now Pereira, the wing, goes in motion left to right. They're going to give on a little counter play, and a good play by Shane Krumm in the backfield to down-show Ledford for a loss. That's going to bring up a fourth down. And he loses another yard. And Shane Krumm just blasted through that offensive line of the Warriors. So now it's fourth down, and back in punt formation goes Ty McMillan. And now he gets up under the quarterback as the Eagles were spread in their punt return formation. And now he gives it to Pereira, and Pereira's going to boot it instead, a little quick kick, and it's going to bounce all the way down to the 20-yard line, and that's where Boulder City takes over. So, little razzle-dazzle there to try to throw the Eagles off. It didn't work. And so we have 7:24 to go in this state championship game for Class AA, and it's Boulder City 14, Whittell 13. Now all the Eagles have to do is try to hold on to the ball. 1 point lead. Whittell has just punted, and the Eagles have it on their own 20, first down. Wide receiver out to the left side, out of the eye. And a pitch back to Cox. Cox gets up to about the 23-yard line. And it looks like Tetson 72 and Crawford number 90 again on the tackle. What big games they've had along that defensive line today. Big games. 4 yards for Cox on the carry. Be about second down and 6.
For the Eagles.
Justin Amy back into the ball game as they have the triple backfield again along with Dyer, and they give it to Krumm along with Cox. Cox gets stopped at about the 24. Shouldn't be any gain on that one, and it's going to be third down.
Danny Cox carried the ball.
With the win, the Eagles will finish the season at 11-0.
For the Eagles.
And Whittell will finish at, I believe, 10-2. Okay, they're just going to go on the ground, and now here's the reverse again to Body, and he's run out of bounds. And I believe he's going to be short of the first down over here on the near side, and that's the first time that one hasn't been broken for at least an 8-yard gain. And there's no gain on that one, and even more important, he went out of bounds, and that's a break for Whittell as that stops the clock. So now Andrade will have to punt it away. And the kick is partially blocked, and it bounces. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Somebody got a hand on it for Whittell, and the Warriors are going to line up in perfect field position at the 30, let's see where they mark it, the 33-yard line of Boulder City. Wow, what a break. 2 breaks in a row for Whittell. The first one, body on that reverse, went out of bounds to stop the clock, and then they blocked the punt, and they're going to have it at the 33 of the Eagles. McMillan brings him up. He has Pereira, the wingback, on the left-hand side, also splits a receiver to the left. He goes to the right with Lindbergh on the handoff. And once again, Chad Shoup, along with Justin Amy, Brett Miller, and Moore, combine on the stop. He'll only get a yard. Now, I believe I'm correct. The last time that a Boulder City team went undefeated was way back in 1963 when they were the Class A state champions. And now a quick pitch by Miller. Oh, Lindbergh fumbles and covers it back up. And no gain. And that it's starting to get very cold out here. It's probably in the high 40s or so right now. And it's chilly, you know, your hands get cold, and that's definitely affecting some of these running backs. You see under 4 minutes to go and a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Ahern out to the right. This time a lone setback is Lindbergh as they put Jones, the fullback, out to the left. Crawford comes in motion to the near side. And a roll to the left. They find a Crawford trying to set up a screen, and it's read beautifully by the Eagle defense. Greg Anderson, number 25, turned that one back in and left Crawford hung out to dry for Krumm, number 41, and Dyer, number 44. Very little gain on that one. He might have gotten about 3 yards. And it's going to be 4th down and 6. The Boulder City fans up on their feet. They hold him here defensively, and it could just about be over. McMillan will roll to the right. He's being chased. He fires. Crawford has it. Short of the first down, and the Eagles will take over. Making the stop on Crawford. Looks like Scott Estes, number 88. Stopping him about 3 yards short of the first down, and the Eagles hold and will take over on down. And Crawford is down at about the 26-yard line and is hurt.
Officials timeout on the field.
So the officials timeout could work in the favor of Boulder City as well, as they will get a chance to regroup their offense and get their strategy down. We're under 3 minutes to go, and it's Boulder City 14 and Whittell 13. That middle part of the scoreboard, that's the part, 2:47 remaining on the clock. Eagles have just stopped the Whittell Warriors on downs at the 26-yard line and will take over, but right now all the concern is on the big man, Michael Crawford, and he's up and off he comes. He's had a rough day on the offensive side on the ball, but very well defensively. Crawford, a 215-pound senior. Had a great year for the Warriors. Now all the Eagles have to do is kill off 2 minutes and 47 seconds, and they will be the Class AA state champions. Up they come with the wide receiver. Estes out to the left side. Onto the wing tee, they'll split the backs this time. And on the ground it goes with Krumm, the sure-handed Krumm. He's got some room on the end down the sidelines, and he's pushed out of bounds. They didn't want to really go out of bounds, but they'll take the gain. It's a first down for Shane Krumm. And they'll mark the ball, it looks like, up at about the 40-yard line or so, make that the 39. So a 13-yard pickup and a first down for Shane Krumm. By my count, of course, this is unofficial, Krumm with 50 yards today, but he has done it as far as the blocking back. A lot of good pursuit by the Whittell Warrior defense today. Clock is at a halt right now as the play went out of bounds. This time Dyer in the ball game. Line's right up behind Justin Amy. I believe they're going to run to the right side. These do with Cox. Cox now breaks free across midfield and down to about the 40-yard line of Whittell and a first down. 20-yard pickup for Danny Cox. See the clock right there, 2:19 to go, 14-13 in favor of the Eagles. They have the ball at the 41 of Whittell, trying to run the clock out. Estes out to the right side. Once again, they line up on the short side of the field. Almost a double wing set this time for the Eagles. And now somebody jumps over on the left side of that line for Boulder City, and that's going to back them up 5. Something you didn't want to really do. Chris Blanford, number 65, looks like the man that jumped. So indeed, that will back them up 5 yards and make it now first down and 15. See, this one's going to come down to an exciting finish, and the fans are on their feet. And now they're going to come over to the right side, and nothing much happening for the Eagles. That's down to about the 42 or 43-yard line. That was Danny Cox with the ball. Now, by my count, 88 yards for Danny Cox, and Whittell wants time. Clock running out on the Warriors right now. Boulder City up by 1, 14-13.
Timeout, Whittell Warriors.
And head coach Richard Brand heads onto the field to have a talk with his Warriors. Jim Kilmartin coming out to talk to the Eagles. And it's coming down to this, folks, for the NIAA Class AA Championship, that much. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Right now, the Eagles on top by a point, 14-13.
This one close enough for you?
Is that?
This one close enough?
I get absolutely nothing on this side of the field because everybody stands up. You know? Not much I can do about that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This camera won't work all the way up on the top floor. No way in hell. All right, after that timeout by Whittell, Eagles have it down at the 42-yard line. And they say, whoa, now the ball's loose, and I believe Whittell has it. They do. Oh, my, what a break for the Warriors. They will take over at their own 33-yard line after a fumble. And now he's thrown for a loss back. In fact, it was a pass that was intended over here for Lindbergh, and it was incomplete. They come up now to the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 10. A long way to go to pull this out. The state championship on the line. The Eagle defense will have to dig in. The offense, here comes Dieleman. He lands a shot to McMillan. His pass intended for Crawford, incomplete. Dyer was over there on the coverage. 3rd down and 10. Third down, 10 now for Whittell. They put Pereira in motion. Rolling to the right. He throws that way, and it's caught. And now a penalty flag is being thrown, and I don't know what that was for. Chad Shute made the stop. And we'll check the penalty. And the Eagle players are clapping, so it must be on Whittell. Crawford made the catch, and he's having a little discussion with the officials along with Kirk Tetson. And we will have the official signal here in a moment. Right now they're having a discussion with the Eagle defensive captain, Chad Dyer. And we'll check out the call. It's an ineligible man downfield, and that's also a loss of down. So that will back them up 10 yards. Check that, 5 yards. And will be a loss of down as well. So now when Whittell just backed up that much more. Straight back goes McMillan, and he's going to fire. He's got his man, and it's almost picked off. A great play right there at the end. I believe it was Scott Body, number 33. No, it wasn't. Maybe Scott Estes. That's all we have to go, 1:14. 4th down and 15 coming up for the Warriors. And they trail by a point, and they have 73 yards to go. Or at least get down in halfway decent field goal range for Shell Lindbergh. Whittell comes up 4th and 15 from their own 28. They'll put Pereira over on the right side as a wideout. Crawford also over there as the tight end, wide out to the left. Another receiver in there as well, Ryan Brown, and they fire. They set up a screen for Crawford. Crawford across the 30, the 35, but it's going to be short of the first down by 8 yards, and the Eagles will take over. And that could just about do it if they can hang on to the ball. Good defensive stand by Boulder City that time. And, of course, the penalty didn't hurt at all either. And the Eagles take over on downs. And all they have to do now is run out the clock. They have it at the 36-yard line. Under a minute to go until a state champion is crowned. Everybody in the backfield. Bell will probably go to one knee here, and he does. Clock will keep going. And now the Boulder City fans, they were a little nervous for a while. Now they begin to feel it. 28 seconds to go. They will probably have to run one more play, and you know what it's going to be. Whittell out of timeout. Full house backfield down to Anigo's Bell, and that should take care of it. The clock will run down. Boulder City is going to be the NIAA Class 2A state champions. There it is. It looks like Kilmartin got a bath down there also. And it is all over the celebration in the middle of the field. Your 1991 Class AA state champions, the Boulder City Eagles. The final score, Boulder City 14 and Whittell 13.
Spectators are to not go on the field.
Boulder City picks up the state championship. And that's the story right there. 1 point, it came down to a missed Schellenberg extra point. And the celebration in midfield goes on. Boulder City, the state champions. When you go down a fine season like this, who do you even start with? Well, you got to start with the coach, Jim Kilmartin. Then you have to go to his assistant, Ben Davis. A tremendous defensive effort all year long, tremendous offensive effort. A team that scored 50, count them 50 touchdowns on the ground this year and rushed for over 3,000 yards. And now they will award the Class AA. There's Ben Davis right there, the defensive coach and assistant to Jim Kilmartin. See Jim Kilmartin getting hugs there by his players, and now we will go down for the presentation of the trophy.
We would again like to thank you, the fans, for your support of this activity. We would also like to congratulate both Whittell High School and Boulder City High School for their success this season. Presenting the awards at the 50-yard line will be Norm Kraft, an NIAA board member and director of athletics for the Clark County School District. The Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association and Pizza Hut are pleased to present the 1991 runner-up trophy to Whittell High School. The Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association and Pizza Hut are proud to present the 1991 state championship trophy to the #1 AA Division high school football team in the state of Nevada.
There it is, folks. That tells the whole story. Your 1991 Class AA champions, the Boulder City Eagles. They win it over 14-13.
For your support of the football state championship.
No, don't.